Hi YouTube, this is Megavergan, and here is basically where I look at biblical verses and I basically criticize them, and basically I just read them and then see how I don't get them, pretty much. It's when I criticize them. This video is purposely for atheists and agnostics, basically, who doubt the Bible is true. And basically this is where I am here to criticize it. And it's also for, I guess, creationists who want to go on my video and troll, which is fine, I guess. But anyway, moving on. So let's start. Now this is the King James version, the translated in English. I'm gonna do Genesis right now. Okay, so the first one says, "In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth." We'll say one thing. Yeah, we do have proof of earth. No proof that God created, though. Heaven, yeah, whether heaven is really real or not, I mean, I doubt it is, but I could be wrong. There's no evidence for heaven. Okay, and I know it's a little hard to see it, possibly, but anyway, for number 2, it says, "And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters." Okay, okay, so let's see. So when they say the earth is without form, I'm guessing it means it's just a whole bunch of waters. Okay, so it started out as water. Okay, now, okay, I could probably see something there. But anyway, moving on. "And God said, 'Let there be light,' and there was light." Okay, so does God have to say it whenever he creates it? He can't just create it. He has to say, "I'm going to make light." Or for example, if he's going to make iced tea, he's going to say "Let there be iced tea." And he could just does he have to say it to anyone, mutter out spells? Because I thought if he's God and can do anything, he could just do it without muttering. Well, anyway, number 4 says, verse 4 says, "And God saw the light that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness." No, duh. Wouldn't light already be divided from darkness? Anyway, continuing on with number 5. "And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day." Okay, so suddenly now they had dates back then, 6,000 years ago, according to their belief. Which really is, according to science belief, though, it's 4.5 billion years old, roughly. Because no such thing as real keeping track of dates back then. Alright, number 6. "And God said, 'Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters.'" And by the way, if you don't know what firmament means, I believe it means heaven. And so, basically, I guess what they're saying here is that, let there, divide it. I guess, divide mists of the waters from waters, so I guess waters divide. Okay, I guess that might be okay. Number 6 says, "And God said," wait, let's see. Okay, I read it already. 7. "And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so." So basically, God made heaven over the firmament, I'm guessing, or not firmament, waters, and divided them which were under heaven from. I don't get why they just don't say heaven. I mean, really. But anyway. Okay, so he divided it. And then now for 8. "And God called the firmament heaven." Okay, so he didn't name it heaven. But when he says he created the earth and the heaven, then, or the heaven and the earth, then doesn't that mean that he would already name heaven? I don't know. This doesn't make sense, which is probably why I'm criticizing it anyway. Maybe for number 9 now is probably a good idea. And God said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear, and it was so. Okay, did they ever mention about what was underneath the dry land, such as continental boundaries under there, or something like that? Or like what was all the dirt under it? How could it just appear next with the water? I mean, I'm not a scientist, but I'm just saying. And God called the dry land earth. Wait a minute, but earth is heaven, I mean, not heaven, earth is water and land. And the gathering together of the waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. Okay, yeah, God saw it was good. Okay, yeah, sure, whatever. Number 11 says, and God said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielded fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth, and it was so. Okay, it was so. Well, I mean, I guess true, like, trees and stuff. I guess that's okay. Let's see. Earth bring forth grass. Yeah, I believe that's true. Grass came after, like the meteorites hit Earth to form Earth. The herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree. Okay. I'm not quite so sure. I'm guessing small plants were more, I'd say smaller plants were a lot more back then instead of trees. It's natural evolution, I would say, but I mean, I could be wrong, not extreme scientist, but I know that a lot of this doesn't make sense. Anyway, and God said, okay, you know what, I'm just going to actually go to the next chapter of Genesis. Forget it. Well, anyway, YouTube, I'll just read this. I don't want to make this too long. I might go to another chapter of Genesis, or here's Genesis chapter 2, because this is kind of fun. Okay, Genesis chapter 2. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. Whatever. In the seventh day, God ended his work, and he rested on the seventh day. Wait, I thought that God didn't rest. Very strange. I mean, this obviously has various number of authors. These are generations of the heaven and the earth, blah, 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 blah. And the Lord, okay. So here we got all this stuff about like land and stuff. Just, okay. Now here it says like him naming all these lands and stuff. That, okay, I guess that's okay. The part I really want to get to is, the Adam and Eve, part. Okay. Here, I'll go to chapter 2. Okay, and the Lord God's, let's see. So, alright, I'll just, start from number, let's see. Okay, I will start from, number 15. Alright. And the Lord God took the man and put him into the Garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it. Okay, he took the man. Okay, so basically, what I didn't want to read was that God apparently created man and woman, but according to the other version, or basically earlier in here, from which I remember, I didn't read it, but like earlier on, it said that God created all these like animals, basically like the land animals after the sea creatures. So basically that means that he made a male and female. Okay, and basically what happened after that was he created a man, Adam. But wait a minute, if he made all these animals male and female, then why not make both humans male and female instead of making the male first? I mean, humans are technically considered an animal too. Anyway, enough of me criticizing, and just wait till you see how much more it says. Okay, And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat, of course, except the tree of knowledge. But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it, for in the day that thou eatest thereof thou shalt surely die. Okay, so basically, to save you guys some time, God says that you would die if you eat from it. But then Adam and Eve obviously don't die because they get kicked out of the Garden of Eden and have 3 sons, Abel, Cain, and Seth, basically, and like that. And the Lord God said, it is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him and help meet for him. And out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field and every fowl in the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them, and whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. Okay, so apparently Adam made names for these creatures. Well, that in some sense explains the Christian way of how animals got their names. But anyway, continuing on, and the Lord God, and Adam gave all the names, blah, 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 blah. Okay, 21. And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept, and he took one of his ribs, oof, that's harsh, and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which the Lord God had taken from a man made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. Wait a minute, if he just created Adam, from the dust, then couldn't he just create Eve from the dust? Why would he need Adam's rib? Makes no sense at all. And so, both naked and they were unashamed, or not ashamed. Why would they be ashamed anyway if they're naked? Like, how they quickly develop so much feelings and stuff. So basically, to save you guys some time, I'm just going to go to chapter 4. Actually, let's see, I think I'm just going to, I'm just going to skip right to chapter 5. That's where the real thing is. So basically, what you missed was Cain and Abel both offered God something. God chose Abel's things, and basically he kind of complained to Cain, saying like, oh Cain, why haven't you done this, and blah 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 blah. So Cain killed Abel out of jealousy. So basically, God supposedly sent Cain away, and said that so Cain apparently now got married to someone. But wait a minute, I thought that Adam and Eve were the first people, and then Cain and Abel, Seth wasn't born yet, but Cain and Abel were right after Adam and Eve. So how could there be someone else or other people? Okay, and it says, and all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. And then it says all this stuff about all these people who birthed all these other people and related to them and stuff. And basically it says that Adam lived for 930 years. Yeah, about that. There's no biological evidence of anyone living that old. And back then anyway, people were lucky to live past 30. So how could someone live to be 930 years old? And anyway, these were the first 5 chapters I read. There's a whole lot more of it, but anyway, I'm Mega Vergan. And, here you have it. The Bible. Genesis. I may do another one. But anyway, thank you for watching.